How can you use yoga to get a healthy body? Well, lots of ways by moving, breathing, becoming more aware of yourself. And that's exactly what we're going to do in this class. My name is Monica, and I'm so glad that you are here. We are going to use something to sit on, a blanket, a pillow, but we want to start with your hips just a little bit elevated. And we'll start together with your legs straight in front of you. With your legs straight in front of you, pull your shoulders back, sit up tall, and place your hands on your legs. You'll have a soft bend in your elbows. Notice if you do round your shoulders forward, just pick up your rib cage, sit a little bit taller, stay right here. Focus on your breath for a moment. See if your breath feels choppy or restricted. Could you try to smooth it out? Together, take a deep breath in, all the way down to your belly. See if you could breathe down there and breathe every bit of air out. And when you get to the end of your exhale, could you push a little bit more air out? Again, deep breath in, past your ribs to your abdomen, and breathe out. All right, open your eyes. I'm going to twist to the right. So left hand outside your right leg, not excessive, just gentle, just starting to warm your spine, and switch to the left. Do it again, switch right and switch left. We are going to add on to this. Switch to the right. When you switch to the right, left hand, hold on to your right leg, lift your right arm up towards the ceiling, and then lean and try to reach over your head so you add a side stretch into the twist. Sit back up, lower your right hand behind you, turn your chest forward, and switch. Turn left. Hold on to your left leg with your right hand, lift your left arm up, and then just add a side bend here. Lift yourself back up, lower your left hand behind you, turn your chest forward towards the front. All right, bend your right knee. When you bend your right knee, we're going to keep your right leg where it is, hold on to your right leg with your left hand, and turn yourself to the right. You are welcome to keep your right hand where it is, or you could take your, this is your left hand. You're welcome to keep your left hand where it is, or you can take your left arm outside your right leg. Maybe the twist is a little bit deeper here. And turn yourself forward towards the front. Straighten your right leg and switch to your left leg. Bend your left knee. Take your right hand to your left leg. Help yourself to a twist. Again, you could stay here with your right hand, or you could take your right upper arm outside your left thigh. And again, use the leverage of your upper arm against your leg to help drive you into a little bit deeper spinal rotation. And turn yourself forward towards the front. Straighten your left leg to the front of your space. Open your legs apart from one another. You're still seated on your blanket, but tipping your pelvis off the front edge of it so you feel like you could roll forward and back. And then we'll walk your hands forward, lower your chest between your legs. You can stay with your arms straight or bend your elbows, lower your forearms down. You stay here one more breath and see how your inner thighs feel. See how the backs of your thighs feel. Lift yourself up to a seat. Once you lift yourself up to a seat, we're going to take your right hand on the inside of your right leg. Walk your hand towards your foot. and then place your left hand on top of your left thigh. So push down on your left thigh to help turn your chest towards your left foot. So it's a gentle push, it's not too much, right? But that helps to turn your chest, turn your torso towards the left. And then stay right here. The only thing that changes is your left arm. So we're going to sweep your left arm up towards the ceiling and then over your head towards the right. Take your left hand back down to your left thigh. Slide your right hand closer towards you so you come up to a seat. And then switch. Take your left hand inside your left leg and just slide your hand away from you. Right hand on your right thigh. We're just using this little push to help pull the right shoulder back, turn your chest towards your right foot. And then just your right arm moves, lift your right arm up and over your head and see if you feel more of a stretch on the right side of your waist, maybe the low back. This is a great QL stretch for the right lower back. Take your right hand to your right thigh. Slowly lift yourself back up to a seat. When you lift yourself up to a seat, we'll help your legs together to close. And once you close your legs, you can keep them straight in front of you. Lift both of your arms towards the ceiling. Bend your elbows, lift your rib cage, look up towards the sky. And when you reach up, come back to a neutral spine. When you exhale, just fold forward, maybe reach towards your feet, towards your ankles, towards your shins. Slide your hands up your legs, come back up to a seat. We'll put those movements together and I'll show you it from the side so you can see. Lift your arms up towards the ceiling. Bend your elbows, back bend. Lift your arms up. We'll fold forward, reach however far you can and lower your hands down wherever they land. It's perfect. And slide your hands towards you, come up to a seat. We're going to do that one more time. Lift your arms up towards the ceiling, back bend, bend your elbows, lift your chin and your rib cage, and lift your arms up. And when you exhale, fold forward, just reach, lower your hands where it feels right. And take your time and slowly come up to a seat. Once you come up to a seat, we're going to take your hands behind you and bend your knees and place your feet on your mat. So you're still seated on your blanket. Now lift your hips. This is reverse tabletop. For some, your hips might be in line with your knees. If your hips dip down, that's fine too. Notice how your wrists feel here. Your fingers could turn out or turn back. The hand position is up to you. I'm going to tap your bottom down to your blanket. Don't lower it all the way. Just touch it down lightly and lift your hips back up. Do it again. Tap your bottom down. Lift your hips up. Could you sync your breath to this? Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Again, breathe in, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. And this last time, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Stay right here. Hold this. Push into your hands. Maybe try to pull your shoulders back a little bit. Hold this. Breathe in. On the exhale now, we'll lower your bottom back down to your blanket. And once you sit down, lift your hands. You can circle your wrists around and around. All right, scoot your hips in front of your blanket onto your mat and bring your blanket off the side of your mat and out of the way. We're going to lie down on your back. Keep a bend in your knees and your feet just hip width distance apart. So not too much space between your feet. Think your hip sockets. Take your arms by your sides, turn your palms towards your mat, and then press into your feet and lift your hips up. Now we're going to intentionally come out of alignment so that when you come back into alignment, you feel a difference. You're going to keep your hip bottom away from your mat, but just let your knees fall open away from one another. You feel more space between your knees, between your thighs. All right. Bring your knees back in line with your hips, with your ankles. The space decreases. You might feel more engagement in your glutes. Do that again. Open your knees. When you open your knees, you might feel like your bottom sinks towards your mat, your glutes turn off. And when you bring your knees back in line with your hips and your knees and your ankles, the glutes turn on a little bit more. Stay right here. Hold this for 3. Squeeze and push up for 2. Stay last 1. Lower your bottom down to your mat. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. And hold on to the back of your right leg. And just articulate your right ankle in any way. So you could point, flex, circle. And then be still with your right ankle. We're only going to move at your knee joint. So lift your foot up. Try to keep your thigh close to your chest. Bend your knee. Bring your heel towards your bottom. Do it again. Just lift your foot up. It's not about straightening your leg all the way. Not yet. We'll get there. Bend your knee. Bring your heel towards you. And again, lift up and lower. Let's do that 2 more times. Lift and lower. And 1 more time, lift up and lower. All right, this time, lift your foot up, right? You still might have a bend in your knee, and that's totally fine. You're gonna take your hands, slide your hands up your leg towards your calf muscles, towards your ankles. And in order to straighten your right leg, you might need to lift your head and your shoulders away from your mat and then push the back of your right leg forward towards the front of your space. So stay here. And if your right leg is not straight all the way, that's fine. Right? If you still have a bend in your knee, that's totally fine. What you might notice here is that you feel a lot of sensation around your shoulders. This is really a shoulder stretch incorporated with a leg stretch. 1 more breath in. When you exhale, bend your right knee, lower your head and shoulders down to your mat, cross your right ankle over your left knee so you're in figure 4 legs, and lift your left foot from your mat. Use your left leg to push your right leg in. And you can move your ankles. If you like to hold the back of your left thigh, hold on to it, still move your ankles. And release your hands, lower your left foot down to your mat. Uncross your right ankle from your left. We're going to switch to your left leg. Bring your left knee in, hold the back of your left leg. First, circle your ankle, point and flex. Notice how close your left thigh is to your chest. Keep that distance, right? And just lift your foot up. So the movement only happens at your knee joint. Bend your knee, bring your heel towards you. Again, lift up and bend. Lift up. No worries about whether your leg is straight all the way, whether you're feeling a deep stretch or not. It's just moving here for now. Let's take 1 more. Lift your foot. All right, now we're going to slide your hands up your leg. Hands could be behind your calf muscles, and that's fine. As you lift your head and your shoulders, try to, with your left leg, push your hands forward. And then as you stay right here, try to lean back into this. You'll feel a little bit more stretch across your upper back. So this is fantastic for rotator cuff muscles, the rhomboids. Notice if you're still breathing. Beautiful. And then lower your head and shoulders down to your mat. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. And when you're ready, lift your right foot from your mat. You can hold on to the back of your right leg as much as you like and circle your ankles. Release your right leg, lower your foot, and uncross your left ankle from your right knee. Step your feet together to touch. Open your knees apart from one another. Reach your arms over your head behind you from your waist out through your fingertips. Just stretch a little bit longer and lift both of your arms up towards the ceiling. Lift your head and shoulders away from your mat. Reach forward towards the front. Stay right here and hold this. Hold this. Notice if you're clenching your teeth, just relax your jaw. Notice if you stopped breathing or if you're choppy with your breathing, try to make your breath cycle easy. We're not here for long, just for 3. Hold it here for 2. And last 1, lower your head and shoulders down to your mat. Help your legs to close. Once you close your legs, we'll turn to one side, doesn't matter which side, and help yourself up to a seat. Once you come up to a seat, take the seat that feels most comfortable for you. Maybe you sit back on top of your blanket. You can either cross your legs or straighten your legs out in front of you. Bring your palms together to touch in front of your heart. Just pause right here. Either close your eyes or soften your gaze towards your fingertips. Yoga for a healthy body. Breathe in and breathe out. Namaste. Thank you again for being here for this class. Now, when I say yoga for a healthy body, what I mean is that you get in tune with yourself, what your body feels like, what feels good, what feels less than good, but this awareness of you and yourself, maybe even your thoughts as you're practicing. And all of that is healthy, right? Getting in tune with ourselves. So I hope you enjoyed this practice. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Send this class to someone who you think might enjoy moving and getting aware of their own body, their own breath. I'll add another class here that I think you might be interested in taking. And I hope you feel good today and move throughout your day with a different kind of awareness of your body. Okay, bye.